Russian forces are paying a high cost in soldiers and material in their invasion, according to Kiev's latest figures that detail the highest combination of troop and equipment losses since the start of the war, including a strike on a warship. Ukraine's general staff said on Wednesday that over the previous 24 hours, Russia had suffered troop losses of 1,250, taking the total over the 2 years of the war to 420,270. Kiev's latest estimate of equipment losses included 21 tanks, 40 armored fighting vehicles, 50 artillery systems, 1 multiple launch rocket system, MLRS. Ukraine said that Russia also lost 58 drones, 1 cruise missile, 56 cars and cisterns, and 12 pieces of special equipment. A drone strike on patrol ship Sergei Kotov near the Kerch Strait was claimed by Kiev and dealt another blow to Russia's Black Sea Fleet, taking the total Russian equipment losses on Tuesday to 241, according to Kiev. Wednesday's tally of personnel losses was the 6th highest since the war began, and the most since the 1,290 reached on February 18th. There were 6 other occasions Kiev posted the same, or higher, Russian personnel losses, but those tallies did not coincide with total equipment losses as high as Tuesday's. As Russian forces continued to make incremental advances along the front line following their capture of the Donetsk town of Avdiivka on February 17th, they lost more than 1,000 troops on 4 days between February 25 and March 3rd, according to Kyiv. Russia's other highest losses according to Kyiv were 1,150 on December 16th, 1,300 2 days earlier, 1,270 on December 5th, 1,280 on November 30th, and 1,330 on November 15th. Casualty counts and tallies of equipment losses are hard to ascertain, with experts saying that both sides inflate the figures of their adversaries, although Ukraine's counts are thought to be roughly accurate while estimates from Western governments provide lower numbers. Ukraine says its figures are approximate, and last week clarified that its daily tally of Russian losses included both dead and injured. Until August 23, 2023, Ukraine had described losses as liquidated, which Ukrainian and other foreign outlets frequently interpreted as killed. In February, Andriy Kovalyov, spokesman for Ukraine's general staff, said that Kyiv's figures were total combat losses and included both dead and injured. This followed Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's statement on February 25th that 180,000 Russian soldiers had been killed in the war so far. Zelensky revealed for the first time Ukraine's losses, which he said were around 31,000, although U.S. officials told the New York Times in August 2023 that around 70,000 Ukrainian soldiers had been killed and around 120,000 wounded. Members of the European Union are working to fill in the gaps for Ukraine as Congress in the U.S. continues to stall the passing of additional military aid. Kyiv is posed to receive a significant boost to its artillery shell stash, thanks to an emergency effort led by the Czech Republic, according to a Bloomberg report last week that cited Czech Deputy Defense Minister Jan Jireš. The aid package, which involves several European countries, comes as Ukraine faces an ammunition crisis as its war against Russia rages on. It is unclear how the artillery package is being financed, but Jireš told Bloomberg that it is backed by Canada, Denmark, and other countries that do not want to be identified. Belgium also pledged $216 million to the Czech-led initiative last week, as did Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte, who announced Saturday that the Netherlands would donate $162 million to the effort. In total, the new package will deliver over 800,000 shells to Ukraine over the next several months, according to Czech President Petr Pavel, including 500,000 155mm shells and 300,000 122mm shells. In an interview with Bloomberg, Girish said that the latest effort is demonstrating we are actually doing something, not waiting what is going to happen on the Capitol Hill. While the White House has stood unequivocally beside Kyiv since the launch of Russia's invasion, House Republicans have resisted signing off on a bill for additional aid to Ukraine that doesn't also include their specific demands for funding and reform focused on the US-Mexico border. Senate members passed a bipartisan foreign aid bill last month that allocates additional aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, although House Speaker Mike Johnson has refused to take the bill to his chamber's floor for a vote. The Pentagon told reporters in January that fighting in Congress is preventing the Department of Defense from meeting Ukraine's most urgent battlefield needs to include things like artillery rounds, anti-tank weapons, air defense interceptors. Washington has been a key supplier of 155 missiles to Ukraine and has provided over 2 million rounds since February 2022. The U.S. Army announced last month that it has plans to double its monthly production of ammunition by the fall to meet Ukraine's needs along the front lines, with plans to reach production rates of up to 100,000 shells per month by October 2025.
В голове отвечать. Прекрасно.